step away from that counter. You don't belong here. Let's go outside.
Here. I'm literally on the schedule today. Look at my badge.
Don't lie. We got a report of someone pretending to be staff. That's you. Move it.
Pretending? Check the computer. My login is still open behind
That's
me.
anyone.
I said outside. Don't argue with me.
Stop yelling at me. You're harassing an employee on camera.
Officer James Morrison had been with the Chicago Police Department for 16 years. In those 16 years, he'd accumulated 34 formal complaints. 29 of them involved black men he'd accused of trespassing, loitering, or not belonging in professional buildings, hospitals, corporate offices, universities, and medical facilities. A black physician entering his hospital was questioned for unauthorized access. A black surgeon in his operating suite was detained for suspicious presence. A black medical director in his office was told he didn't belong there. A black department head was investigated for trespassing in executive areas. A black hospital administrator was handcuffed for impersonating medical staff. Every complaint ended the same way, employers confirming these were senior physicians, internal review that cleared Morrison, diversity training he attended but dismissed, written warnings that meant nothing, union protection that blocked discipline. One Tuesday morning in Chicago, his 16-year pattern finally confronted someone who was one of the nation's top orthopedic surgeons, who'd pioneered surgical techniques used globally, and whose detention would spark national outrage from the medical community. That confrontation would end Morrison's career, cost the city $4 million, and expose a department that had ignored 34 complaints over 16 years. Before we continue, where are you watching from? Hit that subscribe button. These stories expose the truth. Dr. Marcus Williams, a 51-year-old orthopedic surgeon and chief of surgery, was in his own office at Rush University Medical Center reviewing surgical schedules when a police officer entered and ordered him to leave. His hospital ID badge was clipped to his white coat, his medical licenses were framed on his wall, his nameplate reading Marcus Williams, MD, Fax, Chief of Surgery, was on his office door. No crime, no trespassing, no violation, just a surgeon starting his workday. Chicago, Illinois. Rush University Medical Center, one of the nation's top-ranked hospitals and a major academic medical center. It was 6:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, temperature 58 brighty, overcast skies. The hospital was active with early morning shift changes. Dr. Marcus Williams had been a physician for 26 years, the last 9 as chief of surgery at Rush. He'd graduated from Howard University College of Medicine with highest honors, completed his residency at Johns Hopkins, then a fellowship at Hospital for Special Surgery. He'd performed over 10,000 surgeries, pioneered minimally invasive techniques, published over 80 papers in leading journals, and was internationally recognized as an expert in complex orthopedics. He oversaw 65 surgeons, managed a department budget exceeding $80 million, and made $750,000 annually, compensation reflecting his extraordinary skill and leadership. That morning, Dr. Williams had arrived at 6 a.m. as always, coming in early, before his first surgery at 7:30 a.m. to review schedules and prepare for morning rounds at 7 a.m. He was wearing his white coat over scrubs, hospital ID displayed, reviewing records for his first patient, a complex revision hip replacement, when he heard aggressive footsteps. Do you think officers should verify credentials before confronting people at workplaces? Drop your answer below. Officer James Morrison had those 34 complaints. 29 involved black men at professional facilities. Multiple supervisors had recommended his termination. Hospitals had complained about him harassing physicians. But the union blocked every action, arguing Morrison was protecting facilities. That morning, Morrison responded to a call about suspicious activity. A security guard reported someone in administrative offices. Morrison saw Dr. Williams in his white coat reviewing records. "Sir, you need to exit this building immediately." Dr. Williams looked up, startled. "Exit? I work here. I'm the head surgeon." "I received a report you're trespassing in this hospital." Dr. Williams stood, his white coat and ID clearly visible. "Trespassing? This is my hospital. I'm the chief of surgery. I'm Dr. Marcus Williams. This is my office." "That's not possible. Show me authorization to be here." Dr. Williams gestured around his office. Nameplate on the door, medical licenses framed on walls, hospital ID badge, photos with executives, diplomas from Howard and Hopkins. "My credentials are everywhere. My name is on the door. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I've worked here 9 years." "That badge could be stolen. I need official proof." "I'm a physician. This is my office." You can call hospital security, call the CEO. The operating rooms are one floor down. Ask any nurse or doctor. You need to leave right now or you'll be arrested. I have a patient in pre-op for surgery in 1 hour. I have morning rounds in 30 minutes. I run this surgical department. Should surgeons be arrested at their own hospitals before surgery? Let me know what you think. A resident physician heard the confrontation. Dr. Williams, what's going on? Officer, that's Dr. Williams. He's our chief of surgery, one of the best orthopedic surgeons in the country. Morrison ignored him. Sir, step back. This is a police matter. Dr. Kevin Park was shocked. That's our chief. He's scheduled to operate in an hour. Morrison turned to Dr. Williams. Sir, final warning. Exit or you're under arrest. I'm the chief of surgery. I have a patient depending on me. You're trespassing and impersonating a physician. I am a physician. I'm the chief. I have board certifications, medical licenses. Morrison grabbed Dr. Williams's arm. Dr. Williams didn't resist, but spoke clearly. I am not resisting. I am Dr. Marcus Williams, MD, Fax, Chief of Surgery at Rush University Medical Center. I've been a physician for 26 years. I direct this surgical department. I'm being arrested in my own office before scheduled surgery. Officer Morrison is arresting me for being black at my own hospital. This will have serious consequences for patient care. Dr. Park called the Chief Medical Officer, CEO, and residency chair. Morrison handcuffed Dr. Williams, wrists that had performed over 10,000 surgeries, replaced thousands of joints, trained dozens of surgeons. He walked him past his office with the nameplate, Marcus Williams, MD, Fax, Chief of Surgery, past his published research, past his awards. More staff arrived, seeing their chief in handcuffs. That's Dr. Williams, someone shouted. That's our chief. Physicians, nurses, residents stared in disbelief. Within minutes, Rush's CEO was calling. The chief medical officer arrived at the station. The patient's surgery had to be postponed. The story broke. Chief of surgery arrested before scheduled operation. Deputy Chief Rodriguez arrived, reviewed everything, confirmed Dr. Williams's credentials, watched body camera showing him in his white coat with hospital ID in his office. She approached Dr. Williams. Dr. Williams, this arrest was completely unjustified. You're being released immediately. She turned to Morrison with fury. You arrested the chief of surgery at Rush, a top orthopedic surgeon, in his own office before surgery. His resident told you he's the chief. Badge and weapon. You're terminated. Morrison protested. Deputy Chief, he was in administrative offices. He's the chief of surgery, preparing for surgery. You've generated 34 complaints. Hospitals complained about you. You're done. The story exploded nationally. Medical organizations condemned it. Rush held a press conference. Dr. Williams held a press conference in his white coat. I'm the chief of surgery. I was arrested at my own hospital before surgery. 34 complaints. The system protected Morrison while he interfered with patient care. Dr. Williams filed a federal lawsuit. The allegations: unlawful arrest, false imprisonment, racial profiling, interference with medical practice, deliberate indifference to Morrison's pattern. Chicago's attorneys found the case indefensible. Body cameras showed Dr. Williams in his white coat with ID in his office. His credentials were extensive. Morrison had zero probable cause. The city settled. $4 million paid to Dr. Marcus Williams. Morrison was terminated and faced federal charges. He pleaded guilty and received 36 months in federal prison. Dr. Williams testified before Congress. I'm a surgeon. I was arrested before surgery. A patient's operation was delayed. 34 complaints. The $4 million reflects interference with medical practice. Chicago PD implemented reforms. Mandatory verification at medical facilities. Termination at 2 complaints. Hospital liaison programs. Morrison is in federal prison. The city paid $4 million. Dr. Williams continues as chief of surgery and became an advocate for protecting healthcare professionals. Comment if harassing physicians should carry enhanced penalties. And if these stories matter, hit that subscribe button. This isn't about one officer or one surgeon. It's about systems that endangered patient care by protecting an officer who harassed medical professionals for 16 years.